towards your responsibilities as a student, write notes or record notes. So you need to learn how to communicate. Be respectful towards your teachers, especially the new setting. Lastly, matulog kayo kung may time kayo matulog. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Isabella and I make student and productivity vlogs. Today's video is going to be a little bit extra special because I will be sharing some tips, advices, and a message for incoming senior high school students or grade 11 students. So before heading to our video, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and hit that bell button below to get notified every time I upload a new video. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So ayan, may listahan din ako dito ng mga sasabihin ko sa inyo because nilista ko siya kagabi because why not? And mostly kapag nag-film ako ng mga answering questions or some messages or advices and tips, nalilimutan ko yung dapat kong sasabihin or nawawala ako sa wisho sa sasagot. So yun, para hindi ako nagbabuffer ng super ngayon dito sa video. So yeah. For the first tip, you need to be attentive. Attentive as a student and an individual in your community. Being attentive is like being a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout. You're aware and you're attentive towards the things that might happen and the things that will not happen for the rest of the day. So, number 1, be attentive. Number 2, you should always keep yourself focused. So, since nasa bahay tayo and we have a lot of distractions along the way, so it's really helpful if you're going to be focused towards the things that you should be doing and your responsibilities as a student. So being focused helps a lot because it makes you determined towards the goal and achievement that you need for the rest of the day and for tomorrow. Next, write notes or record notes. So, basically, alam niyo naman na I love writing notes and it's really helpful. And ako mismo nagsasabi sa inyo that writing notes and reading notes or recording notes just basically from a video is actually helpful because you get to refresh the things that you actually learned from the whole session or for the whole meeting that you actually encountered with your professor. So, record notes, write notes, or just basically watch notes or listen to your notes is actually a great thing and a practice for you. It's really helpful also if you're going to be a long-term student during your college days. Number 4, attend classes or watch advanced lectures. So, you should attend classes especially if you're an online learning student since your professors will be offering lessons for you. So, it really helps kapag may nagtuturo sa inyo. And if not, it's okay. It's okay to read on your own. It's okay to have modular learning. But at the same time, especially in the field numbers, watching advanced lectures or lessons from YouTube is actually really helpful. And na-realize ko to because even though I am a UM student, I still have subjects that involves numbers such as statistics and probability, gen math, and so on. So, watching advanced lectures or lessons on YouTube from different professors or any website that actually helps you study really helps because it refreshes your mind and handa kapag pumasok ka ng klase. And for the last tip, you need to learn how to communicate. Especially in our new setting which is the new normal, everything is online. Sa phone na lang, sa laptop na lang, sa tablet na lang, sa text na lang, or sa chat. You need to enhance a healthy environment and communication as students towards the teachers, the facilitators, and the staff of the school. Especially for the other fact that not only students are adjusting for the new normal but so as the teachers. So we need to have a perspective towards both sides, both perspective, both stories that we need to adjust and need to start a healthy communication environment for the both of us. So let's start with the advices. Number 1, you need to find your area. So when it comes to finding your area, you need to surround yourself with people who actually gives you comfort and people who actually gives time for you, gives you the perfect area for you to study, for you to feel motivated, and for you to be happy towards the things that you're doing. Since senior high school is actually a stepping stone for you to learning yourself, for you to actually know yourself much better. So find your area. So basically just find your people and friends that actually is healthy for your mental well-being, and find those people because they are very rare. So you should cherish those kinds of people because minsan ka nalang makakahanap ng mga kaibigan na tutulungan ka kahit wala ka na. Number 2, you should always be yourself. Gaya nga ng sabi ko, senior high school is actually a stepping stone or a field for you to know yourself much better because here, nai-enhance mo or nakikita mo kung ano nga ba yung mga bagay na gusto mong gawin, and it's also a training area for us when we step into college. So, super ganda rin ito if you actually find yourself and be yourself along the way because doon mo marirealize na ganito pala ako, ganito pala yung gusto kong gawin, ganito pala yung mga gusto kong gawin when I grow up, ito pala yung kinakahiligan ko and not this. Because mostly when we're picking strands or we're picking our areas towards senior high school department, minsan we tend to choose our choices because andun yung friends natin, because of the stereotype, because ito yung uso na strand. Again, you have to find yourself and be yourself because hindi ka mag-grow sa isang lugar na hindi ka naman talaga para doon. For number 3, learn how to make mistakes. So when it comes to making mistakes, hindi ko naman sinasabi na gumawa kayo ng kababalaghan or kasalanan sa school ninyo na maikika-expel ninyo sa school ninyo. But when it comes to learning mistakes, based on my experience, along the way of the process of senior high school, I imagined or visioned myself that I'm this ate when it comes to different things. I want to help a lot of people. I want to inspire a lot of people. But then again, there was this incident wherein I just couldn't handle all the hands that are actually whelming around me. So one time my advisor told me na it's okay for you to learn mistakes. It's okay for you to commit mistakes because during those mistakes, dun mo na realize if those people are actually with you or just with the things that you do for them. And also, when we're learning mistakes or we're actually making mistakes, natututo tayo sa mga bagay na yun and hindi natin mauulit or we get to prevent the things that happened from happening ever again. So it's okay to make mistakes as long as you try again much better in the next time. For the 4th advice, be respectful. Be respectful towards your teachers, especially the new setting. I know na as students, it's very hard for us to adjust. Nahihirapan tayo magpasa, nahihirapan tayo makipag-communicate with our teachers and professors, but at the same time, the adjustment is also huge for them. So, gaya na sabi ko kanina, you need to keep a healthy communication towards a student and a teacher. So, always have respect. Hindi naman porket na your teacher is actually super nice to you and give you long terms of due dates and submissions, is aabasuhin nyo na. Take note guys na our teachers are also human beings. Nagkakamali din sila and nagpapagod din sila. So, if you have a very nice and sweet teacher or professor, appreciate them, cherish them, and mostly respect them. Always have respect towards your teachers because sila din naman yung gagabay sa inyo along the way and wala din naman tayo dito matututunan if wala din ang kamay nila. Again, for the 4th advice, always have respect. Also have respect not just to your teachers but also to the admins, your parents, the principal, and any other elderly that is actually guiding you because they are only helping you achieve your goal much better. And for the last advice, don't be afraid. So don't be afraid when it comes to taking risk. Don't be afraid when it comes to exploring new things. Don't be afraid. Kasi the more na natatakot ka, the more that you make things impossible. So if you know how to take risk, if you know how to fight fairly, if you know how to find a way to every problem along the situations of life, you don't need to be afraid because you have God with you and your family. So along the process, don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to join different organizations. Don't be afraid to miss a class. If you're sick, take a rest and take your time because kailangan mo rin magpahinga because you're also a human being and napapagod ka din. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid. Just literally, don't be afraid of anything because alam ko na when you're actually getting older and marami ka na pupuntahan, like us na magka-college na year next year, it's scary. But nothing will happen. Everything will be impossible if papangunahan mo siya ng takot. So, for the last advice, don't be afraid generally. For a simple message for the incoming senior high school students or grade 11 students, I want to congratulate you all for surviving your junior high school or your senior year despite the new normal or new setting of online classes. And I'm wishing you a very, very huge good luck and a big virtual hug towards the senior high school department because let me just tell you that it's a huge roller coaster ride, but at the same time, kung 50% yung stress, 50% din yung saya, because it will all be worth it at the end. And as long as you keep your feet in the ground, you have a healthy communication and environment with the people around you, and just be yourself. And most importantly, to appreciate every single thing that you have right now, because it's actually a stepping stone or a staircase for you towards your dream or your goal. Tandaan nyo that we have our own different storybooks. Tayo yung nagsusulat ng storybooks natin. Every day, there's a new chapter, there's a new character, there's a new lesson for us to learn. But at the same time, if you have the right pen, the right mind, and a good heart, yun tatandaan that your storyline and your plot will always be at its best because you are planning it with God along your side. So then again, play nice on your playground, write your story correctly, and live life to the fullest, but to the healthiest. So I guess that is all for today's video. Then again, good luck, strive hard, and fight, senior high school students. And lastly, matulog kayo kung may time kayo matulog.